Hello everyone, now we have Songgwangsa Temple. Let's move over there. Beautiful mountains around. Uh, Songgwangsa Temple, Suncheon, uh, has long history. It's one of the Sambo temple in Korea. Three major temples in Korea, right? And connecting the center of Korean Buddhism. It is one of the best mountain temples. Relive the messy minds at the end of the autumn, as if feeling the warm touch of the parents. Um, See, between the green leaves on the road leading to Songgwangsa, there are many Japanese cypress trees, not very magnificent. Now, from a distance, it's no different from a fresh tall ridge. But the reason why hawthorn is good, there is a birch forest where beautifully grown cedars, green bordered leaves, trees, and moss, harmonize together. Uh, I like the quietness and devotion of the Buddhist space. Most of all, I like the aura of green and green forest. The birch forest is, in a word, it's like a tunnel of mind that leaves everyday life. The color of the soil, flower, contrasting with the green forest, gives a different feeling. When the sunlight through the green leaves shines on the floor, it feels like time has stopped in the forest. See the vertical shapes, vertical shape, vertical lines, compositions. You know, very clearly shows a sense of a perspective with rising and falling, and very special feelings. The color of the soil floor, right? The color of the soil floor, which contrasts with the green forest, that gives the image of a sense of perspective or speed. You feel the speed. Repetitive shapes. Such like these shapes, the vertical pillars of the building, the looks somewhat rigid, and effect of the shadow projected on a reflected floor added perspectives. Feels more, soar, very quiet, the form of the free vertical lines. See Uhwagak and Yukgamjeong. Those two places located in the precincts of Songgwangsa uh, also add a sense of perspective with the repetitive shapes of the columns. The effect of the shadows projected on the reflected floor. Songgwangsa Temple, the largest number of temple building in Korea, was destroyed due to the war. Um, but it is unfortunate Uhwagak, at the entrance of the temple, the age of Yukgamjeong have not changed significantly. When looking at the repetitive shape, these pillars display space, express a sense of perspective. Repetitive vertical line compositions for feeling is reminiscent. Among the splendid Christmas displays in dazzling London department store, John Lewis concept, Winter Woodland, the Sleeping Forest Princess, enter the Ripeto window display and added perspective. Um, this Ripeto window display located in uh, Samcheongdong. Uh, uh, it's like a shoe shop. They display the shoes and epitome of flat shoes. The spring and summer window displays designed with the concept of sleeping forest princess, which has been very popular for a long time. It belongs to the three major ballads. The belfry humility. This is the place the bell located. The Songgwangsa Temple is a flatland, garam bechi. It doesn't have a subtle look like the mountain garam, but there's a cross-shaped bell tower. It's very unique in Korea, very rare in Korean traditional architecture, as if it won all good to be big and fresh in the world, even though it is small and modest. The depth and the weight uh, are more valuable than the big and fresh ones. Very special. Unlike other bell towers, just like to reveal the outside and pursue only their large and colorful appearance. They show the value that is deeply cherished. Let's look at the underneath of the roof. The eaves are incomparably gorgeous. The fair, fair under the eaves is a dazzling spot for its complexity and splendor. Suddenly, uh, we realize the splendor does not overcome modest. The complexity does not overcome simplicity. Before restorations, the old eaves feel more modest in the midst. Inside the bell tower are fish-shaped wooden carvings, drums, and cloud-patterned iron plates. The reverberations that spread from the bell tower, called immortality, is origin of the forgetting the anguish of the body and mind, and giving out the mind of the eternal reverberations, and moving toward the world of freedom, infinite peace, and enlightenment. Samcheong Bridge, and Uhwagak. This is one of a favorable place in Songgwangsa. When you look at the Samcheong bridges, Uhwagak, from the stepping stone under Samcheongyo, bridges, you draw your heart into the clear water and feel the deep autumn of the mountain temple. There once again. Favor means wings are formed and fly up the sky to become fresh. The greenery makes the head cool. The window blows from the valley, cools the heat, and the calm water surface make the mind peaceful. when half-moon shaped bridges reflected in 조개수 pond. 조개 연못. It looks like a beautiful man, and woman fairly no matter who passes by above the dragon. It would be difficult to achieve such harmony without any one of the delicate tiles, lines, the curves of the stone bridges, arc shapes, the mystical stones and a reflection of the water. It's like a mirror, right? And the branches of trees are free, very, moderate, right? Perhaps it is the heart of our ancestors served nature, never expressed themselves even if they do not exist. The Songgwangsa is a highlight of Songgwangsa temples, Uhwagak and Yukgamjeong. This place is reflected in the water in the form of the main stones attached to the wood floor in a pond made by blocking a stream. The a strong scene. The reason there are no stone pagoda, stone lanterns, and sceneries should be present in this temple is the first, because the stone pagoda in front of the central temple hall is a lotus shape in a Songgwangsa feng shui. Geographically, so it sinks, when the stones rise above the lotus flower. There should be no related stone lanterns. And third, the reason there is no scenery is because the sounds of the scenery swaying in the wind interferes with the monks' devotions. However, a wooden stick put on by a legendary old monk is blooming like a flagpole. It's not had to give any meaning to the landscape, like the concept of the design. When the flower scenes of the pear tree, yellow and white sweet, osmanthus, in front of the jijangjan, gently spread to the precinct. We feel, regret by the being drunk by the fragrance. Yellow sweet osmanthus, which is called, mori incense, because the scene goes to, tens of thousands is in full bloom. So the flower scent, the flower smells reaches its peak, and the flower blooms and bears fruit in the place where it is lost. If there is a flower that gives off a strong scent, strong smells, right? I think it would be a golden osmanthus flower. The burst yellow flowers, the size of grain of the rice in autumn. The rich scent, rich in a smells, the yellow, sweet osmanthus spreads to 10,000s. So it is used as a main ingredient, ranging from world-class perfumes to cosmetics, lamps, and food. As reminiscence of the white sweet osmanthus, the art of Jennifer McCurry represent the organic form of the nature. See very organic forms. You see the face, like our emotions. maintains pure white materials in their natural forms, gives semi-transparencies to the thin form of ceramics, the values the inner surface of the structure rather than the surface. Okay, let's take a break for a moment and then we'll move to the next steps. Thank you.